All right, so we just got the new Crush paddle from Pete and Rochelle. They've taken their dedicated time to actually get this thing prepared, and this actually looks sick. This is supposed to be their pro paddle line, so we're gonna hit with it. I'm gonna check it out, and I'm gonna get right back to you guys on the review. But other than that, I think I'm gonna like this thing. Okay guys, so getting back into this paddle, just a little backstory first. Early on in the year, Pete, the owner of Crush, gave Jordan a call and wanted to go over some of the ideas of what he was trying to accomplish. He wanted to perfect the power, but also sustain control. So with the 16mm, I think it will please the masses, and with the 14mm, it will please the pros and high level players. The owners of Crush really nailed this one, and I think Jordan had a hand in it. I think this is their best paddle yet. I mean, holy Crush. Hey guys, just a reminder that we are doing a giveaway every week. So if you would like to win this paddle for free, enter for a chance to win in our link below. Or if you would like to purchase this paddle now, go ahead and use our discount code BrionesPB at the Crush website and save some cash, but also support what we do here. I said it before and I'll say it again, and I'm probably gonna say it next year too. This paddle is probably going to be in my top 5. This here is the new line from Crush Pickleball, the Force 5G. Pete, the owner, he sent me a 14mm and a 16mm, and we are going to dive into both. So we're going to start off with the 16mm. Off the bat, this paddle was very soft. If you like the control side of pickleball and are looking to Ben Johns it up on the court, get this one. It still packs a punch, but only if you give it a punch, which is nice for certain styles of play. I could still be aggressive, but I had to put in the work. Resets and dinks were the key element with this 16. A lovely thing is the grit. I gave my serves and drives and all I could, and the ball dipped so hard and it stayed in well within the court. For kitchen finesse, grittiness creates great angles, with proper technique of course. I played with some of the other Crush guys and I got to see their style play with this paddle as well. And some of them actually destroyed me at the kitchen with deep cut angles. I loved it. So the swing weight stock is 113, so faster hands, less power for the 16, but paddles in this range strike a balance between power and maneuverability. They offer moderate swing weight, providing players with a good combination of speed and control. The twist weight is 6.9, more stable, less maneuverable. But if you follow our geeky side of things, the 16 is naturally like that anyways, mainly because of the thickness. Hitting the edge of the paddle didn't really mess with the ball. I only felt that with the 14mm. So the sweet spot is mucho grande, which means very forgiving in Chinese. With great thickness comes great forgiveness. So while I played with this and to keep up with the higher level guys, I needed to add more punch and pop. So I added lead tape to my favorite spots on the paddle, the top and the sides. Boom. I had the best of both worlds. Extreme pop, power, and grit. Only downside was it was a tad bit heavier, but for me, I like that. I've always used lead tape and I've always had heavier paddles, so it was okay for me. One thing you'll notice is that both paddles have exactly the same shape and length. 16-inch length, 5.25-inch handle, 7.85 inches wide. The only difference is the color and the thickness, but there is a big difference between both paddles. So let's dive into the 14mm. This got crazy because it feels and handles entirely different than the 16mm. In my opinion, I think this is Crush's best paddle ever to release to date. The 14 has power, control, and really good pop. It's probably the closest thing to a 3S Yola that won't break or won't break the bank. All Crush models are unibodies, so with that being said, it is a lot more durable and it's probably going to last you a very long time. With this paddle, I was able to compete at a high level and hit more aggressive shots than I've only been able to do with a Yola or a paddle tech. I think the spin is way better too. I mean, look, I think it's legal. So now let's get into the geeky. The swing weight on the 14 is 109. In this range, you get a lightweight paddle that's speedy and the maneuverability is really good. The lower swing weight allows for quicker hand movements, enabling rapid reactions and precise shot placements. So with the 14, naturally it destroyed angles accurately. The twist weight is 6.6, which was very good, very stable, and surprisingly very forgiving. For this 14, it's similar to a Yola and a gearbox pop. Here's what's inside both models. This is why it's so scientifically forgiving. You have T700 injected thermoform, double carbon fibers stacked on each other, fiberglass laying under, and carbon fiber reinforced edges. This thing is a weapon. Carry a 5G crush or a gun, it's exactly the same thing. Maybe not, but you get my drift. It's a pretty sturdy paddle. I love this model instantly. Compared to the 16, it's not the same. It's so much better as far as being aggressive and dropping aggressive thirds. My favorite part with the 14 and even the 16 was the grittiness that allowed you to hit hybrid drop shots. So this was deadly in singles and in doubles. This paddle is like a Velcro machine. I loved watching the dip performance and winning easy points. But needless to say, my resets, dinks, and even slowing the game down was seamless. When I can focus on form and just let the paddle do its thing, that's one less thing to worry about on the court. I love that, and you will too. So if you guys want to have fun and play some good rec games with your buddies or compete at a fun intermediate level, I highly recommend the 16mm. It's an easy paddle to learn, adapt, and even experiment new things on. So to get very consistent results, it's the paddle type for everybody. Go with the 16. If you guys are wanting to compete at a high level or even do some pro tournaments, or you're just playing at a high level and you want more out of your game, I highly recommend the 14mm because it will greatly complement your game and it's going to give you the edge on teams you are up against. If you are in the older demographic, I always recommend the powerful paddle for people so that you can keep the ball in play, and with the extra little bit of power you get with the 14, you can keep rallies lasting so you can keep playing with your friends. These paddles are literally always sold out. That should tell you guys something. A cool thing that Crush is actually doing as well is, for right now, if you buy one of these paddles, you also get a free pro bag along with it. These are as big as a Selkirk bag, and it's just a pro bag. So if you're traveling or if you're going anywhere pickleball related, or you just want to take it to travel with, bring the paddle with you. These bags are awesome. I have one myself and they are roomy and have all the pockets you need for traveling or your everyday pickleball necessities. Don't forget to use our discount code BrionesPB for some extra savings, or enter in for a chance to win with our giveaway we do every week. Thanks again for listening, guys. Go crush it.